The luckiest people alive. They're the ones who find a $20 bill on the street, or who always get the best parking spots. We rounded up some of the luckiest people alive, from those who have won the lottery to those who have survived near-death experiences. Watch on for their stories of good fortune. The person who won the lottery twice. You're more likely to be struck by lightning than to win the lottery, but one woman in Massachusetts beat the odds not once, but twice. In 2011, Gloria Mackenzie, then 84 years old, won a $590 million Powerball jackpot, the largest single-ticket jackpot in history at the time. And as if that wasn't lucky enough, Mackenzie won another lottery prize in 2017, this time taking home $3 million from a scratch-off ticket. The woman who survived 2 atomic bombs. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was working in Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, when the city was bombed with an atomic bomb. He survived and returned home to Nagasaki 3 days later, only to find that his hometown had also been bombed with an atomic bomb on August 9th. He died in 2010 at age 93. The man who was hit by a car twice. In 2005, Vladimir Krasnov was hit by a car while crossing a street in Moscow, and he wasn't even injured. But his luck didn't stop there. Just 1 month later, Krasnov was hit by another car while crossing the same street. He suffered minor injuries in the second accident but was otherwise unharmed. We bet he started looking both ways before crossing the street after that. The baby who was born twice. In 2010, Vanellope Hope Wilkins was born premature at just 24 weeks gestation, weighing 1 pound 4 ounces. She spent 4 months in neonatal intensive care before she was finally able to go home with her parents. But when Vanellope started having trouble breathing shortly after arriving home, she was rushed back to the hospital where doctors discovered that her umbilical cord had come detached from her stomach, meaning she had actually been born a second time. The couple who survived not 1 but 2 shipwrecks. In 1884, James and Mabel Brady were sailing from New York City to San Francisco when their ship hit rough waters and began to sink off the coast of Cape Horn. The Bradys were rescued by another ship and eventually made it to San Francisco, only to find out that their new ship had also sunk. They were rescued again and finally made it safely to their destination. If that wasn't enough excitement for one lifetime, James Brady went on to become a well-known stagecoach robber in California before he was captured and sentenced to life in prison. He eventually escaped from prison and lived out his days as a successful businessman in Mexico City. Talk about surviving against all odds. These are just some of the luckiest people alive whose stories will restore your faith in humanity, or at least make you feel better about your own bad luck.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more viral fresh videos.